Hello, I am Riley Menace of the World Football News Network. I am here today doing my first U.S. men's national team video, and I'm quite excited. I am still sick, chest congestion, good stuff like that. So if I sound bad, apologies, but I had to get this out today because the U.S. play on Friday. So, with any U.S. game, you have to look at the roster first. The United States roster at goalkeepers Brad Guzan, Ethan Horvath, and Timothy Howard. Your defenders are Kelvin Acosta, Matt Beasler, Steve Birnbaum, John Brooks, Jeff Cameron, Omar Gonzalez, Fabian Johnson, Michael Orozco, and DeAndre Yedlin. Midfielders Paul Areola, Kyle Beckerman, Alejandro Bedoya, Michael Bradley, who will be suspended for the first game against St. Vincent. Jermaine Jones, Darlington Nagbe, Christian Pulisic, Caleb Stanko, his first call up rather, and Graham Zusi. Your forwards, Josie Altidore, back from his long injury stint. Jordan Morris, Chris Wondolowski, Bobby Wood, and Sasha Kleshin, his first call up since 2014. If you're wondering why Giassi Zardes is not in this lineup, it's because he broke his foot last Saturday playing with the LA Galaxy. He is out for the remainder of 2016 after having foot surgery today. If you're also wondering why Clint Dempsey is not in the lineup, Clint Dempsey has a irregular heartbeat. He's still going through some medical evaluations. Not sure how long he'll be back. He didn't play in the Cascadia matchup between Portland and Seattle. Probably not going to play next week with Seattle, but he will not play either of these games. Prayers and thoughts go out to Clint Dempsey. Hope you're okay. I want you back for the playoff push. Ruben Rubio was on this roster. He had some problems, so Sasha Kleshin will replace him. Sasha Kleshin, of course, the assist leader in MLS at the moment with the New York Red Bulls. Alright. First opponent would be Friday, September 2nd. It'd be St. Vincent and Grenadines, who is not very good. Their population for the whole country is 100,000 people. The city that I live in has 200,000 people. I don't live in a big known city, so it's kind of ridiculous how small that country is. Their key player obviously is Olex Anderson, plays for the Seattle Sounders and Seattle Sounders 2, just depends on the day. He probably not get called up to the Sounders this week next week rather, because of the international break. Because Dempsey's out, Morris will be coming off international duty. He'll probably get a chance to play. But Olex Anderson's key player. He scored St. Vincent's only goal against the U.S. when the U.S. beat them in St. Louis 6-1. Their FIFA rankings 156. There's not much I can tell you about them, except for most of their team are part-time soccer players. They're mostly painters and, construction workers and stuff like that. They're not a full-time team. They only play for these World Cup qualifiers, and that's pretty much it. But playing on ESPN has put them on the map. A lot of people think of them now. Their last 4 matches, they have 4 losses, of course, with the worst being against the U.S., 6-1. Trinidad beat them 6-0. They're at the bottom of the group. And as we look at the group before getting Trinidad and Tobago, because that's more what I have on my lovely piece of paper right here. As you get into the group, it's not what you expect, but it's kind of what you expect with the U.S. Trinidad and Tobago lead the group with 10 points. The United States is 7th. Or not 7th, they're 2nd with 7 points. Guatemala is 3rd with 6 points, and St. Vinny's and the Grenadines, they have 0 points because they have 1 game. They're not very good. Mexico's rolling in the group. Costa Rica's rolling in their group. And the U.S., supposed to be the 2nd best team in CONCACAF, they're 2nd to Trinidad and Tobago. It's bad. We're not guaranteed a place yet. Mexico's guaranteed a place. Costa Rica's guaranteed a place in the Hex. The U.S. is not qualified yet with 2 games to go. That's absolutely unacceptable. I understand you got Trinidad and Tobago and Guatemala. Guatemala's ranked 95th and Trinidad and Tobago is ranked 68th. You're by far the best team in this group. You're by far the superior team in this group. I don't understand how you lose to Guatemala on the road. I understand it's on the road. It's still Guatemala. Nothing's changed except for they're in a home environment. And I know that means a lot, but it doesn't mean that much to completely switch the scoreline in the Guatemalans' favor. But my point is, it's just extremely infuriating that we can't beat Trinidad and Tobago. We can't beat Guatemala on the road. We're supposed to beat them at home. We're the home team. But we can't beat them on the road? I don't care if it's in another country. I don't care if it's a different time zone. If you want to be a top tier team in this world, top 9, top 10, you need to win on the road. You need to win tournaments, qualifying games, not in your own country. This is how this works. If you want to be a top team, you need to win outside of the U.S. That's how this works. Germany went down and won Brazil. Chile came up here and won Copa America. Portugal went to France and won the Euros. But you can't win a World Cup qualifying game in Trinidad and Tobago? Or you can't win a World Cup qualifying game in Guatemala? That's absolutely ridiculous. And it's infuriating that the U.S., it's such talent, just can't get it done. Previewing, and this is not scripted at all. I get infuriated with the U.S. Infuriated that we're not as good as we should be. Previewing the Trinidad and Tobago game. Their last 4 matches is 3 wins and 1 draw. With the 1 draw being with the U.S. and the 2 wins obviously being with St. Vincent and Grenadines and Guatemala. They played Guatemala on September 2nd when U.S. plays St. Vincent and Grenadines. The key player, I got 2 written down, is Kevin Molino of Orlando City and Dwight Yoakam of Sunderland. Like I just said, their FIFA ranking 68. They're a good team. They're a solid team. They're a team they're probably going to make the Hex. Do I think they will qualify for the World Cup? Probably not. Because you got 3 teams always qualify for sure from CONCACAF. It's the U.S., it's Mexico, and it's Costa Rica. Other than that, I don't know. They might win the playoff. Trinidad and Tobago is a big question mark. But that game will be in Jacksonville. The game against St. Vincent and Grenadines will be in Kingstown, St. Vincent. That game is not televised, but the game versus the Trinidad and Tobago will be on FS1 Tuesday, September 6th at 7 o'clock Central Time, which will be 8 o'clock Eastern, I believe. Maybe 7 Eastern, 6 Central. But I'm sorry for the rant. It's just actually no, I'm not sorry for the rant. That's how I feel. This is a way that I get what I feel out. Thank you to Aiden, the guy who runs this whole thing, for letting me do this, to get my feelings out, to tell you how I feel, because I'm not going to hold back. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I'm not very subtle. I'm a very straightforward person. If I think the U.S. needs, and obviously no one's going to listen to me, but I think the U.S. needs a little screaming at. I'll beat my fist against the desk. I'll scream and yell at the top of my lungs if I think that might help the U.S. No, listen to me. I'm a kid doing videos for a YouTube channel, but you never know. If you are a New York Red Bull fan, you'd be excited. Sasha Kleshton, first cap since 2014. I will be watching, and I'm really excited. What else? Do I have anything else? Get well soon, Giassi Zardes. We want you back for next year. For January camp. Hope he's there. And I guess I'm done. Go US Friday and Tuesday. And as we say in the United States of America, do not score on goals. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you next week. Got to review these games.